Greetings and welcome. I want to play a game.
What the heck is with my voice? So you wanna play a game with me? We have only one rule, and it's trying to guess the games I have on my list. I dare you, because you will fail. Okay, you maybe saw a few on the thumbnail, but... Anyway, today's topic, PlayStation 1 games that deserve a remaster. So before we get any further, let me explain the difference between a remake and a remaster. A perfect example of a remaster would be the Spyro and Crash trilogy. It's basically the same game with the same gameplay mechanics, just with a fresh paint job on it. A perfect example of a remake would be Resident Evil 2. Maybe you remember that Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1 was a fixed camera angle, but on the PlayStation 4 it has a third-person view, or better to say over-a-shoulder view. Everything clear? Okay, let's move on. Now remember, this list is not a list I found somewhere on the internet, and to make this top 5 list even harder, I picked one genre per entry. One more notice is that the games I picked today, in my opinion, are still enjoyable and playable today, and they just need a graphical overhaul. Now, if you don't want to participate in my little game, you can comment your wish list of remasters down below. Now once again, I welcome you to the RBG show, where we do reviews, discussions and our top 5 lists. You can call me Snorky, and now would you kindly smash that like button, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and remember to hit that bell to get a notification of my new video. Now to not waste any time, let's jump in this video. Number 5. Breath of Fire 4. Starting this list with an RPG game. As the Final Fantasy games are getting much low lately, I want to turn the focus on this little gem from Capcom. Developed in 2000 for the PlayStation 1 and the PC. It is a beautiful and charming game. The story is very interesting and it's easy to lose many countless hours in the minigames the game has to offer. It has a huge map filled with many weird and funny characters. And the members of your party are quite unique. And you will develop empathy for them and wanna hear more about their backstories. And your party will consist of many different characters, from an angry robot to a huge guy with a tail to a dog swordsman. The game wasn't maybe revolutionary, but it holds up very good today with its nice menu and combat system. It isn't hard to jump back, but still the game would benefit from a graphical overhaul. The game has still a quite cult following, and with right so. Number 4. Bugs Bunny Time Busters. Now, we can't have a PlayStation 1 list without a 3D platformer. As both Spyro and Crash did get an awesome remaster on the PlayStation 4, the question is when this little game will get one. Bugs Bunny Time Busters comes from an era where the cartoon games were actually fun and good. This game could be considered as a collection of many mini-games. Bugs and Taz travel to many different areas and are trying to collect a stolen crystal. On the way they will visit many different areas in time, with each having unique mini-games, ranging from the Aztecs to Arabia and to the Vikings era. The game possesses a certain Looney Tunes charm to it, but the best part is that the whole game is playable in couch co-op, so you can take your best buddy and go on a crazy adventure in the Looney Tunes universe. And don't forget to watch out Taz, because he will try to bite your tail if you're playing with Bugs Bunny, or even better, eat a bomb. That's probably a great way to get rid of the extra calories you eaten. So, did you guess the games in the right order? Number 3. Unholy War. The next game on this list is no other than Unholy War. Many of you probably don't know what this game is about. It's an area battle game, so to say, where you can take controls of various creatures and monsters to fight for their territory. As they are joined together in 2 classes, you will have 2 sides to choose from, with each having special characters not available to the other team. The story in this game is less important. The Unholy War also possesses a multiplayer option, so you can fight with your buddy. One more great addition is the strategy aspect of the game, where you can move units on the map to capture certain points on the map, where you can collect gold and buy more powerful units. It is really a fun and great game. Sadly, many people didn't experience this game at all. The combat is quick and chaotic, and it's easy to get a grasp of how to play. The game was also published by Toys for Bob, and if this sounds familiar, it's because they made the Spyro and the Crash remaster, and even the next entry on this list, at least the first part. So if we show maybe some love, we can get a sequel from Toys from Bob. And did you know there is also a demo of Legacy of Kain available on the disc? Remember to watch out for the self-destroying pilot, because he won't hesitate to try to risk his life to destroy you. Number 2. Pandemonium 2. The next entry is a 2.5 platformer. Oh, this game is a real trip. No, really, it's stated even on the box. It has an amazing and addictive soundtrack, which I listened even today. And the gameplay is butter smooth, and it's exactly what you expect in such a game. You can control of Nikki or the mad clown Fargus, who each have different abilities, with the option to change for each level. Of course, each of your characters can reach different areas because of the special abilities they possess. You will platform your way to many numerous and weird locations and see some really bizarre levels. And the art style is really awesome with the psychedelic influence. And this game would really benefit from a graphical overhaul. This game was developed by Crystal Dynamics in 1997, and considering the troubled history of the developer, I'm not sure if you're gonna see this remaster, sadly. I bet you didn't see Unholy War coming, am I right? But now let's get to the number 1. I can give you a small little hint. It's a car game. Well, sort of a car game, let's just say. Number 1. Well, how many of you did guess this one? Vigilante Second Offense is a car combat game where I lost so many hours it's terrifying. It's one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 1, and with good reason. It has good driving mechanics and the cars feel really arcadey. Combat is also pretty fun, as every car has unique weapons and can use 3 more weapons, with each of the weapons possessing a few firing modes which you can use with pressing button combos. There are flamethrowers, rocket launchers, homing missiles, mines. Plus, don't get me started on the unique weapons of each car. And every car, or better to say driver, has a backstory, and he is in a certain fraction. There are in total 18 different vehicles, and they are very unique from one to another. From cars to the future, to cop cars, to even buses, motorcycles, and many others. One thing that is not so great, there are only 8 levels in total. What is a bit lame, because for the story campaign you need to play all of those to get a new character, so it can get a little repetitive. But at least the levels are not similar, and plus every level has a secret in them. The game has problems with slowdowns from time to time. The Dreamcast version runs a bit better, and it has a few more graphical details. But I want to see this game with a full graphical overhaul. Vigilant 8 got a remaster on the Xbox 360 Live Arcade, and I'm still having hope that maybe one day I can replay this game with a fresh paint job, so I can crank up the soundtrack and enjoy doing mayhem. Thanks for making to the end of the video. I hope you like my little top 5 list. It was quite fun to talk about retro games I love. Now, I want to hear your lists down below. Now, once again, remember to smash that like, subscribe if you're new, and I see you in the next video. Snorky over and out.